What's going on, guys? It's Alex coming at you with episode 6 of the vlog. And yes, I am still sick. I apologize for the vocals, but it is what it is. I wanted to get something up. It's been days since I did a vlog, but I wanted to get something up. In particular today, I just want to talk about a couple things. Actually, I got a Loot Crate again. This month's Loot Crate just came in yesterday, and I figured let's unbox that again. It's going to be a total spontaneous unboxing. I have no idea what's in these boxes. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the Pixel, the Google Pixel, and a few conversations I've had on social media today. Now, first I want to make it clear that I've never, ever complained about any sort of features missing or the features of the Google Pixel. I always have said that I'm sure it's a great phone. I can't give that much opinion about its integrity or what kind of phone it actually is, because I don't own one and I don't have one in hand to use. The design from, just a purely visual standpoint, looking at it online, it doesn't look that great to me, but that could change if I had one in hand. But what I want to point out today is an article by Ron Amato from Ars Technica talking about the Google Pixel and its design and how quickly it was pushed through. I got the article up here. His headline was the Google Pixel built in a mere 9 months. It would explain a lot. So Ron goes through and breaks down kind of the behind the scenes between HTC, Huawei, and Google, and the negotiations behind that, and how the Pixel came to be, etc., etc. I made a post. I had a discussion on Google Plus concerning it, and I kind of came to Ron's defense. He did point out quite a bit of similarities between the HTC A9 and the Google Pixel, and when you look at his article and you read it in depth, if you really do sit there and read the article and not just read the headline and react emotionally, you'll see that yes, I think Google did rush a little bit on getting this phone out, and I think they had their hands tied in a few different ways. That being said, I've never said that the Google Pixel was a bad phone, and I don't think Ron is saying it's a bad phone, but he's doing a little investigative reporting. I think that, to his credit, he is a Google and Android fan. He has been for a long time, and when someone like Ron Amato writes an article like this, I'm inclined to believe him and trust in his reporting. If John Gruber was to write the same article, I can guarantee I'd take it with a grain of salt. But I think Ron's done his homework, and I think that he made a lot of great points in this piece here. I encourage you I'll link it down below. You guys go read it for yourselves and just see what he has to say about the Google Pixel and the time it took for Google to get this thing out on the streets. There's some great points he makes, and I think that, if you just take your time to put your emotions aside, put your fan emotions aside. I know there's a lot of heated debate on Google Plus, especially concerning the Google Pixel. You have two camps. You have the Nexus camp, and you have the Pixel camp, and those that are saying, quit complaining about the price and quit complaining that there's less features. It's a great phone, and this is Google's big moment here, and I'll have to disagree on the big moment right now. I don't think this first generation Pixel is going to do anything other than please some fans and anger other fans at this point. I think this is a first generation device that's going to hopefully mature with the second generation and command the pricing that it's priced at right now. Another thing that came out was the Pixel, cost of the Pixel is $285 to build. And of course, the typical responses, as with any iPhone, when the iPhone build cost comes out, people will always say that there's research and development, and there's paying the people to do this and paying the people to do that. Well, if you read Ron's article here, most of the Pixel is already researched and developed. It's basically, it's heavily based off the A9, and and that's just the facts, and that's coming from a writer who uses Android on a consistent basis and has written about Android for years. So, I really think that you guys got to give Ron Amato a lot more credit than you are. I think that he's just being honest, and sometimes honesty hurts. And yeah, you want this to be a successful product, and you love it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with pointing out the flaws and the miscomings, and even the how quick Google had to do this to get this phone out, and the fact that probably some things were missed because of that. It doesn't make it a bad phone. Hopefully we're going to have a first impressions article out pretty soon. One of our former writers reached out to us, Sean Aston, and asked if he could write up a first impression, since none on the crew right now has a Pixel except for one guy, but we're not sure if we're going to get an article about that. So we went ahead and let Sean go ahead and write that up, and he gave us his first impressions. Hopefully we'll have that out soon, either tonight or tomorrow. But at any rate, I just want everybody to know that I think the Pixel is going to be a great phone, and for the record, I don't have any complaints about the Pixel, but I do think that this article from Ron is a must read, and I think that you need to read it with an open mind and just give it a chance, and don't shoot it down over the headline. There's some great comparisons he puts up in there, so I'll link that down below, and I want you guys to take a look, read it, let me know what you think about Ron's article. Let me know what you think about HTC and Huawei and the whole deal with the Pixel build. Just give me your thoughts and comments below in this video, and we'll take it from there. But Pixel aside, let's move on to the Loot Crate unboxing. And again, I apologize for my voice, but we're going to get through this quick today. I just want to get a video up. I missed you guys, so that's why I'm here. Hopefully I'll be better as the week goes on. I made it to work today, but it was pretty rough, and Mucinex has been my friend, but it's still a work in progress, so we'll get there. Let's start with Loot Pets. Let's do that one first. Again, sealed box here, Loot Pets. This comes in every month, and you guys can order this on lootcrate.com. I'll link that below as well, and you can order to your heart's content there. They do some pretty cool things. Let's see here. Let's first find out what the box theme is. There's a theme for every box, and this is horror, of course. Horror. It is Halloween time, so why not horror? Cute puppy there. All right, let's see what's in here. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. This is pretty cool. Let me open that up. And I apologize. I know unboxing videos are always kind of pain with crinkling plastic wrap. That was one of the things I always tried to do when I did Loot Crate unboxings before, is take the plastic off stuff, because I really hate the sound of that crinkling. Gremlins, the Gremlins pet feeding mat right there. That's pretty cool. It says, "Don't ever feed after midnight." Hopefully everybody's watched Gremlins. If they haven't, then you need to watch it. Now let's move on to the obligatory dog toy. Now, Loot Pets also comes for cats and other animals too, so you might want to check the website to see. And they also make them for small dogs, large dogs, medium dogs, and same with cats. So just take a look and see what they offer. And this month's chew toy is the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. Right there. Again, if you haven't watched Scooby-Doo, come on, man. I know I'm old, but you guys gotta watch Scooby-Doo. It's one of my favorite shows growing up. And of course, the collar charm and the Loot Pets box for dogs is Michael Myers Halloween. That's pretty cool. And hopefully we're getting in focus. If we're not getting in focus, well, I'm not redoing this video. Oh, The Walking Dead. A little shirt for your pooch here. There. That's pretty cool. Again, I try to get these on the cats if I can. Spooky Snacks. Very eerily close to Scooby Snacks, isn't it? Every Loot Crate Pets usually has a snack in it of some sort, some kind of treat for your pooch. And that's it for the Loot Pets this month. Kind of sparse. Some months are better than others, I'll tell you. So let's move on. Let's get on to Loot Crate. The actual Loot Crate. Again, seal box. Let's take a look at what's inside. Again, we already know that the theme is horror. Every month there's a theme, and usually pretty much it'll coincide. The Loot Pets and the Loot Crate will always be the same theme every month. So, you know it'll be horror. And again, some of this stuff I have no clue what it is. But this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I'll admit, I did try watching these movies when I was younger, but I never got into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was more of a Freddy Krueger guy, and occasionally Jason, but I didn't watch much of Leatherface. I do know his name, but I didn't watch this, but that's kind of cool. So, there is that. Let's put that down there. We'll do the t-shirt last. And we got a pennant. Camp Crystal Lake. Right there. I remember pennants when I was a kid. I used to collect some of these, but I don't know. Does anybody collect pennants anymore? I'm not so sure anybody does, to be honest with you. The Legion of Regrettable Supervillains. A book. Huh. That's interesting. It says, every hero needs a villain, but not every villain comes with a cool costume. Sinister's a pseudonym or functioning death ray. Some super crooks are incompetent, some are comical, and some are just weird. In this follow-up, the League of Regrettable Superheroes author John Morris presents dozens of the strangest, most stupefying supervillains ever to see print in comics. Meet D-list rogues like Brickbat, the Jingler, Swarm, and many others. Seems like an interesting book. We'll have to check it out. Put that down there. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Glove Chopsticks. Oh my goodness. Seriously. I don't even know who sits down to think up these things. Excuse me. I got a cough, but I'm not going to. Yeah, there you go. Chopsticks. Freddy Krueger Chopsticks. I'll move it back a little bit. That's not the damnedest thing. Alrighty then. Get rid of that. Let's see. And the string. And the loot pin. Again, Michael Myers. Usually the loot pin coincides with the loot pet. And yeah, they match. And of course the Loot Crate magazine, and every Loot Crate you get the Loot Crate magazine. This explains to you what's inside the box. And yeah, that's what that is. And of course, there's a big advertisement for The Walking Dead. It returns October 23rd. Right there. And every Loot Crate box is also usually transforms into something. And in this case, it's going to be, this is one I wish I would have opened up earlier. I could have taken it apart. But in this case, it's a zombie face. So maybe later on, that's what that string's for. Maybe later on I'll pop that out and I'll scare the kids. Alright, now let's take a look at the t-shirt. And this is the end of it. This is the last thing in Loot Crate for this month. Again, there it is. Goes along with the Loot Pets. Very nice t-shirt. Excited to wear it. So, that's the Loot Crate unboxing. And that was my thoughts on Pixel. I had a lot of thoughts on Pixel before. I just wanted to clear up a few things, and I really think that Ron's article on the Pixel build is worth reading. Put aside your emotions, put aside your love for all things Google, and just take a look at it. Again, it doesn't mean that the phone is a bad phone or not, built well or whatever. It's just an interesting read with some facts in it that I thought was worth mentioning and worth their time, I think. My hope is that Google's going to make a Pixel 2 next year. That's going to be even better, not only in design but in features. Everything. We hope that things get progressively better. I mean, iPhone users also hope things get progressively better. This year's iPhone is a much better iPhone than the iPhone 6 and 6S, I believe. There are still a lot of features I wish were there that aren't there. Customization is huge for me. Siri still sucks, and a lot of the features that Apple's putting in an iPhone have been in Android for years, and we all know that. And if you can't admit that, then you are a fanboy. That's just the end of it. I'm okay with Android features coming over to iPhone. I'm okay with that. And I can admit that a lot of those features were on Android a long time ago. But at any rate, check out Ron Amato's article on Ars Technica. I'll link it down below. And I'm going to let you go before I lose the rest of my voice. And we'll see you on the other side.